Yeah, hello guys. We are going to discuss the topic which is macroeconomic trends from the Socio-Economic Outlook Telangana. Okay, this is important for coming exam. This is the chapter second, macroeconomic trend. One or two questions coming from this trend. More than two questions also come some exams, guys. So it is important. Okay, the trends, macroeconomic trends. Macroeconomy, as you know, it is macro mean it is the size big. Size big mean we have to estimate the trends of economy either states or country. Okay, this is the largest unit in terms of economy. If come to the microeconomy, micro it is the small, it is the unit, it is unit. If come to the unit, it is a small family or a person income. Okay, it can be calculated towards the unit size of a family, that is micro. Okay, so the trends, how the trends going on mean for the decadal trends, which year going to give a contribution of each sector, primary, secondary and tertiary sectors. Yesterday we did discuss some topics. Okay, we are going to continue today topic. Okay, yeah. So yesterday what did discuss the key highlights, and there is a GDP of nation and Telangana as well. Okay, if come to the Telangana, that is GSDP. Okay, yes, and the global economy, global Indian economy and Telangana economy we did discuss yesterday, the growth rate, okay, of unemployment also, okay, and per capita income also we did discuss. Okay, per capita income, and then like we did discuss, this is per capita income Telangana as well India. Okay, and guys just look into here the sectorial trends. Okay, sectorial trend, the contribution of primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sectors we did complete, and as we compared with Indian economy, the sectors contribution towards the macroeconomic situations, like, okay, yeah, we did complete this also. Okay, yeah, sectoral trends also we did complete, and the MCQs we did practice yesterday. Okay, sector wise that rates. Okay, yeah. Now we are going to discuss the detailed discussion of primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sectors. Okay, as you know, the primary sector, agriculture sector is the primary sector, not only agriculture and agriculture allied sectors. Okay, the other sectors which is depend on agriculture like fisheries, okay, poultry, okay, the cottage industry, these are yeah, not industry, these are depend on agriculture. Okay, forestry. Okay, yeah. So what is the contribution of agriculture? Of course, state economy, if come to the state economy, which is 16 lakhs crores, right? 16 lakh crores. Okay, yeah, 16 lakh crores. In this 16 lakhs crores, like state economy, how much primary sector contribute towards the 16 lakhs? Okay, how much? Okay, percentage wise in terms of number also. Okay, we have to complete it. Okay, yeah, primary sector. Okay, primary sector, which is include the subsectors like agriculture, allied sector, agriculture and allied sector, we called it as primary sectors. Allied sectors are what? Crops, livestock, forestry and fishing, fisheries like aquaculture also. Okay, fisheries, aquaculture, forestry, okay, and livestock, crops are the major agriculture and allied sector. How much they can contribute? This is the question. How much contribute in terms of numbers and in terms of percentage. In terms of percentage, in terms of numbers. Okay, agriculture and allied sector which is contribute to the macro economy, which is contribute to the macroeconomy. Macroeconomy mean all over economy of the state, all over economy of the state. 16 lakhs crores, right? We did discuss yesterday. 16 lakhs, moreover the 16 lakhs crores, okay? How much agriculture and allied sector contribute in that 16 lakhs? How much percentage? Okay, we are going to discuss how much percentage and how much percentage increased from last year to this year, that is current trend, and how much which is increased in the constant price also, okay, from the base year to this year. Okay, we are going to discuss now. Yeah, guys, just look into here. Mining and quarrying, this is important. Mining and quarrying comes under a primary sector or secondary sector. Mining and quarrying is also comes under primary sector, not secondary sector. Mining and quarrying, okay, yeah, it is actually comes under industry, which is actually comes under industry, but industry is there in the secondary sector. Secondary sector is different, industry is different. Industry is there in the secondary sector there in the industry, but industry is about the mining and quarrying. Mining and quarrying comes under primary sector, not secondary sector. We will going to discuss later, okay, yeah. This is important. Mining and quarrying comes under primary sector, guys, okay, yeah. It is all over the agriculture and allied sector. They can contribute to the gross state domestic product, GSDP. GSDP how much? 16,000 crores GSDP, gross state domestic product of the state, okay, yeah. So it is remains significant as a large percentage of the state rural participation. This is important. Rural population still depend on agriculture and allied activities. This is the line important, guys, for coming exam, okay, yeah. We are going to discuss in the notes, okay. This is mentioned in the book which is from the government, guys, okay, yeah. Primary sectors, the book which is Socio-Economic Outlook. This is the book from Socio-Economic Outlook, okay. I made it very easy notes. You have to take it, guys, okay, yeah. The primary sector approximately it is contribute 15 to 20%. The exact which is 17%. Exact which is 17%. More than 17% actually. Okay, agriculture sector which is contribute how much? 17%. Okay, yeah. Of Telangana, yeah. 17% of Telangana GSDP, right? Okay, this is we can call GSVA, gross state value added. Gross state value added. How much this prime sector which is contribute to the gross value added for the macroeconomic trends. Okay, this is all over the contribution of GSDP through its share has been gradually declining. This is the keyword, guys. Okay, has been gradually declining with expansion of the secondary and tertiary sectors. This is keyword for coming exam. Okay, why it is declining? It is of course year on year it is the contribution going to decline, guys. Okay, right now it is 17%, maybe next year it can be declined. Okay, previous year it is more than 17%. So how it is decline mean? Expansion of secondary and tertiary sectors. Due to expansion of secondary and tertiary sector, primary sector contribution declining every year. Okay, yeah. However, remains a vital source of livelihood for the significant portion of the population. Of course, this is the country is the agriculture based country. All over our Telangana also depend on agriculture because of rural Telangana is there. Okay, there is a 60% population still there in the rural area, guys. Okay, in that way this is the significant important like for the population. Okay, the government prioritize agriculture and allied sector, focusing farmer welfare and productivity enhancement and sustainable practices for the agriculture. Okay, government still focus, even it is declining. Okay, as per state advance estimate for the 2025 primary sector gross value added at the current price is estimated, guys, just look into this number, they might ask you in the exam, 2,56,498 crores primary sector contribute to the gross state value added. Okay, 2,56,000 out of 16 lakhs, how much it is? 17%. 17% agriculture is contribute to the state economy. Okay, 2,56,498 crores we are getting from agriculture. The state, Telangana state, getting from agriculture 2,56,498. Guys, they can ask you the direct numbers in the exam. Okay, agriculture sector how much? Okay, yeah, the growth rate of agriculture sector from previous year, which is 5.5, as compared with previous year and this year, 5.5 growth rate is increase. Okay, growth rate is 5.5. Okay, yeah, and 17% contribute agriculture. 17 out of 16 lakhs crores, 16 lakhs crores, 2,56,498, how much is equal to 17%. 17%. Okay, 17.63%. 17.63% contribution of 17.63%. The average growth rate is 5.5. The growth rate is 5.5. The contribution is 17.63. That is 2,56,498 crores out of 16 lakhs crores. Okay, so agriculture contributes 17%, 17.63%. In the 100% of the economy, 100%, if the 100% is 16 lakhs, 16 lakhs. Okay, 17% contribute 17.63 contribute how much? 2,56,498 lakhs crores. This is contribution of agriculture. Okay, the growth rate is how much? 5.5. The growth rate is 5.5% from previous year to this year. This is very easy. Okay, I hope you guys understand. State overall economy is 16 lakhs, more than 16 lakhs crores. Agriculture, in that agriculture contribution is 17.63%. How much? 2,56,498 crores. That is average growth rate for this year is 5.5. I hope you guys understand. Okay, yeah. So if come to the India, this is, if come to the Telangana 2,56,000, right? Overall economy, the India, that is agriculture in India, 59 lakhs 57,032. 59 lakhs 57,032. That is India agriculture contribute. How much? This is 10% growth rate. 10% growth rate. Overall India economy mean India macro economy, how much? 3 crores crores, guys. 3 crores crores. That is actually the agriculture is 59 lakhs 57,000 lakh crores. Okay, yeah. So it is about 10% growth rate. It is about 10% growth rate. we have to look into this chapter is in terms of nodes, in terms of nodes I did made, in terms of nodes I did made. Okay? Yeah. The primary sectors of Telangana, subsectors are what? Allied sectors, agriculture and allied sectors. Subsectors are what? This is crops is the first subsector, livestock and forestry and fishing and mining and quarrying. These are the primary sectors. Okay? Primary sectors. Guys, they can ask you in the exam, make sure which one of the following is comes under primary sector. Mining and industry, mining and quarry, sorry, not industry, mining and quarry is comes under primary sector, but it is comes under industry also, but it is comes under industry also, but not secondary sector. Industry is different, secondary sector is different. Mining, if the secondary sector, if the secondary sector, if you add mining and quarrying, that is called industry, that is called industrial sector. Okay, I hope you guys understand. These are the sectors comes under primary sectors. Okay, yeah. Primary sectors plays an crucial role in the state economy. It is contribution of gross state domestic product remains significant, large rural population. This is important. It is depend on agriculture and allied sector, the population. The growth trend, the growth of the primary sector decline and recent year. This is the keywords. This is the keyword for coming exam. Keyword for coming exam, guys. This is keyword, write it. The growth of the primary sector is declining in recent year. This is keyword for coming exam. They can ask you statement wise question. The share decreasing, why it is due to expansion of secondary and tertiary sector. That's why it is declining. The important of the crucial role of the primary sector is what? This is actually providing raw material for industries. The primary sectors providing, it is why it is crucial, why it is crucial, why it is crucial. It is providing raw material for the industry. It is important for the international trade, of course. It is share in the national income or state income and state income. State income and largest employment, how much? 42% employment still. Okay, it is the largest share of the employment. And contribution to the capital formation, how much in the state? 17.63 contribution. Okay, and providing food supply for the population. This is why the agriculture sector is crucial role. Okay, yeah, here they might ask you the question, why it is declining, every year, that is the question. And the contribution and employment, they can ask you, this is the most important, how much the largest employment providing for the like agriculture sector. Okay, from the agriculture there is a provide a largest employment and contribution, how much they can ask you. Okay, for coming exam, guys, for coming exam they can ask you this question. Okay, yes, next, I hope you understand this. And contribution, which is like they mention in the book 15 to 20, of course exactly is 17.63 contribution GVA, gross state value added, 17.63. How much crores? Like 2,56,498 crores. Okay, yes. It has remained a vital source for the livelihood significant portion of the population. The state government recognize this importance, of course. Okay? Yeah. Government focus on prioritize agriculture and allied sector, that is farmers welfare, productivity enhancement, sustainable practices. Okay? Yeah. Sustainable practices nothing but it is to the this is about not effective for the eco-friendly like culture, that is agriculture as well sustainable of course, but we can't harm for the any biodiversity, any plant diversity. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the sectors summary. Primary sector throughout declining its share, this is keyword guys, this is keyword. Primary sector throughout declining. Okay? Yeah, significant in Telangana, contributing 15 to 20% gross state value added. It is about mostly rural population, The government has emphasized the farmers welfare, sustainable agriculture and productivity improvement. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. So, based on this we have to going to discuss the PYQ or I made the MCQs based on PYQs. Okay? Yes. So, immediate of this concept we have to discuss some MCQs guys. This is the MCQ session is the most important. How much you did understand and how to handle the question MCQs. You must practice the MCQs. That's why I am going to give the important for the MCQs itself. Okay? Yeah. Because I come across many exams actually, national exams and state exams. In that my experience I made it guys. Okay? It may help for you without loss of your time. We have to be follow the accurate and productivity. Both we need accuracy and productivity. What not to read is the most important in the competitive exam. In the competitive exam, there is no favoritism. There is no favorite subject. We have to contribute all the things, all 360 degrees. Okay? Yeah. In that way, I did made. Okay. The primary sector include which one of the following subsectors? Primary sector, agriculture and allied sectors, mining and quarrying also there. Okay? Secondary industries not there. Okay? Secondary industries are not there. A and B is the answer. Okay? Mining and quarrying comes under primary sector. Okay? Yeah. Secondary sectors, plus mining and quarrying is called industrial sector. This is the keyword for coming exam guys. This is the keyword for coming exam. Okay? Mining and quarrying comes under primary sector. If it is added in the secondary sector, we can call industrial sector. Mining and quarrying is the primary sector actually. There is no mining and quarrying in the secondary sector. But if it is added in the secondary sector, that is to become industrial sector. Okay? Yeah. Okay? Yes. This is the contribution percentage of subsectors, primary sectors to added gross state value addition, that is the current prices 2025. Okay? This is Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation of Government of India. So how much it is? Okay, yeah, guys, crops we will going to discuss in the sectoral wise also, but right now crops is in the agriculture sector 41% crops, guys. Of course, we are the like state, we are the state, it is about the agriculture based, mainly we have to depend on the food rice, okay, rice, and there is vegetables and different type of crops, right. That is why it is the large sectional contribution, which is 41.6 percentage, the crops, okay, yeah. After that 40% livestock, okay, like sheep and like buffaloes and cows, okay, this kind of allied depend on livestock is 40%, almost equal, okay. After that 13% is mining and quarrying is 13%, mining and quarrying, okay. After that fisheries, after that like forestry, they can ask you guys increasing order and decreasing order. First is like crops, they can ask you increasing order or decreasing order. Second one is livestock, third one is mining, quarrying, fourth one is aquaculture, fisheries, sixth one is forestry. This is the order, guys, this is the order. They can ask you either increasing order or decreasing order, okay. They can ask you either increasing and decreasing, okay, yeah. Okay, guys, just look into here, this is important, they can ask you the direct question, okay, yeah. Next question, agriculture and allied activities do not include, crops are there, livestock also there, forestry is there, banking and insurance is not there, banking and insurance is not there in the agriculture and allied sector, okay, yeah. Guys, if you don't want answers display, I don't make answers tomorrow, because of I made it, you may get a screenshot, that's you may not find the answer for the books searching of the answers. I don't want to waste your time, that's why I made it answer here itself, but tomorrow onwards it is logically you must think to the answer, right, that's why I don't included answer, okay, yeah. The primary sectors plays a crucial role in Telangana because, this is my answer, this is my question for coming exam, okay. It is contribute the largest share to the GSDP, no, largest share to the GSDP is the tertiary sector, that is service sector, okay, service sector is the largest share, not prime agriculture only 17% contribution. The large rural population depend on it for the livelihood, of course 42% employment, 42% employment is the agriculture. So in that way this is the right answer. The primary sector play a crucial role in Telangana because of the large rural population depend on it for livelihood. Employment is 42, 60% of the rural people are depend on agriculture and allied sector, that can be contribute 42% employment, okay. It is the fastest growing sector, no, it is declining, recent years, okay. It has replaced the tertiary sector, no, tertiary sector can be replaced with the primary sector, because of the youth of the Telangana mostly they can migrated into the cities for the jobs like IT industry, pharma industry, like that. In that way it is agriculture is going to declining, and some agriculture lands they can construct it towards the any infrastructure buildings and all, okay. That leads to the improve of the secondary sector, so agriculture sector declining, okay. This is about the question, guys. Next, okay, What approximate contribution of primary sectors to the Telangana gross state value addition? How much? 15 to 20, 15 to 20% mean 17.60%, 17.60%. Okay? Yes. Yeah, decline in the primary sector share in mainly due to droughts and floods, expansion of secondary and tertiary sectors, decline in rural population, lack of government support. Government support is still there, guys. Government support is still there. Okay? Decline in rural population not declining, 60% still rural population. Okay? Droughts and floods, of course, some areas droughts and floods, that is not a main reason. Main reason is expansion of tertiary and secondary sectors. This is important. Okay? Yes. Telangana government prioritize which areas in the primary sectors? Farmers' welfare, productivity and sustainability. This is important for coming exam, guys. This kind of questions they can make. This kind of question they can make because of it is the application oriented for future generation. Sustainability we need, productivity also we need because of we have to meet the food for the population trends. Okay? Yeah. And farmer welfare also need. We have to secure our farmers get into food, guys. Okay? This is the way. Yeah. Analytical and statement wise based questions. This is the trend. Most of the boards, state boards and national UPSC like exams or SSC CGL. Such a question they did change their trend, guys. Especially analytical and this is statement wise questions they can make. Okay? Consider the following statement about the primary sectors in Telangana. Guys, if it is difficulty, but you need, guys, if the questions make a very difficult, any small exam like JLDL or group 4 exam, if they change their attitude, examiner, if they make a difficulty questions, you are supposed to be there in the rank. Okay, that's why I made it. Primary sectors. Consider the following statement about the primary sector in Telangana. It includes agriculture, forestry, fisheries and mining, quarrying. Of course, it is contribute around 15 to 20% of the state GSVA. Of course, 2 correct. It is share increasing with the expansion of secondary and no. How it is if the secondary and tertiary sector increase, primary sector decrease, right? So, in that way, the answer is first and second, guys. Okay? Yes. Yeah. Next question. With the reference to the role of the primary sectors in Telangana, consider the following statement. The large section of the rural population depend on it for livelihood. Of course, that is exactly right. The growth of the primary sector has been considerably rising in the recent year. No, it is decline. It is decline in the recent years. The state government focus on sustainable practices of agriculture. Of course, that is right. So, 1 and 3 is the right answer. Okay? Yes. Which of the following are considered part of the agriculture and allied activities in Telangana? Livestock, forestry, logging and aquaculture, mining and quarrying. Of course, all. No. Agriculture and allied activities. Which of the following considered part of the agriculture? Yeah. Part of the agriculture, sorry. Part of the agriculture. Part of the agriculture is these 3, guys. These 3. Part of the agriculture, these 3. If come to this mining and quarrying, it is primary sector. It is primary sector. Mining and quarrying, primary sector. Okay? Primary sector, mining and quarrying. Okay? If it is added mining and quarrying, it is primary sector. Okay? Yes. Which of the following are government prioritized for the primary sectors in Telangana? Farmer welfare, of course, productivity enhancement, of course, sustainable practices, of course, but urban IT infrastructure is wrong. Yeah. Assertion and reason, this kind of questions also they can ask you guys. Okay. The share of the primary sector in Telangana economy has been gradually declining. Of course, that is gradually declining. Secondary sector and tertiary sectors have been expanding. Of course, because of secondary sector and tertiary sector expanding, primary sector declining. The assertion is completely towards the reason. Okay. So, both are correct and R is the correct explanation of A. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Primary sector is completed. Primary sector is completed. We are going to discuss in the next level of chapter what exactly contribution of each primary sectors, allied sectors. In the primary sector, each one allied sectors. Okay. We are going to discuss in the coming sessions. Right now, the trend of the macroeconomy, primary sector contribution towards the macroeconomy is completed. Okay. Yeah. Secondary sector. Secondary sector, of course, secondary sector which is include industries, okay. Yeah. Industries, manufacturing and construction, electricity, gas, water supply and their remediation services. It is critical component of economic development. Of course, it has been bridged between the primary and tertiary sector. Okay. Yeah. Because of primary sector, of course, primary sector you made in the primary sector agriculture, crops, cotton, and cotton that should be industrialized to make a like cottage, that is to free form of the any cloth. So, industry is the bridge between the primary sector and tertiary sector. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. This is the book, actually I did take from the government book, guys. It is the notes and I am explaining. Okay. Yeah. Economic performance of the secondary sector. As per the advanced estimates, gross state value addition of secondary sector in current prices for the year 2024-2025, how much? 2,43,081 crores. Agriculture is how much? Agriculture primary sector is 2,56,498. Just slightly low, 2,43,081 crores. That is secondary sector. So, primary sector is the growth is the contribution is 17.63%. That is increasing 5.5% increased from the last year. If come to the secondary sector, which is contribute 16.4, now it is 17.63 is the primary sector, secondary sector is 16.4, the growth rate is 7.6, the growth rate is 7.6. Okay. Guys, secondary sector contribute is 16.4%. 16.4% mean the 2,43,000 crores, 2,43,000 crores. Okay, out of 16 crores, how much? 16.4%. The growth rate is how much? 7.6, but agriculture growth rate is very low, 5.5, because of the growth rate is declining, agriculture is declining, industry is increasing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And As per the secondary advance estimate, all India gross value added, the secondary sector is how much? All India, it is, which is 75 lakhs 55,000 crores, 75 lakhs 50,000 crores guys, all India versus, that is growth rate is 6.6. So Telangana growth rate is 7.6. This is the India growth rate is 6.6. So Telangana industry growth rate is higher than India industry growth rate. Okay, 7.6 is the Telangana growth rate, Telangana industry growth rate. India industry growth rate is 6.6. Okay, yeah. Sustainable subsectors of secondary sector contribution of growth trend. Yeah, an analysis is the subsector contribution to the secondary sector 2025. It is highlights the significant of contribution of electricity, gas, water supply and other utility sections in the economy. While manufacturing remain a crucial part of the economy, its share within the secondary sector has been declining over a period. This shift the reflect of larger economic and development changes in the state, such as infrastructure expansion and urban growth. Of course, this is all over effect on urban growth guys. Okay, yeah. Okay, yes. Contribution of secondary sector and each section. Okay, yeah, 54% is what? Electricity, gas, water supply and other utility services. Construction is 33% and 12% is manufacturing. No. Manufacturing 53%. Manufacturing 53%. Manufacture. After that, construction. After that, like electricity and all. Okay, so this is the order they can ask you guys. Okay, yeah. I made a notes based on these pages. I made a notes. Okay, yeah. This is the secondary sector. The definition, it is including manufacturing, construction, electricity, gas, water supply and act as a bridge between the primary and tertiary sector. It is the critical for the economic development and industrial growth. Okay, yes. I hope you guys understand it. Was the performance gross state value addition, that is about the 2,43,000 crores. The secondary sector which is contribute to the Telangana GSVA, that is contribution of Telangana economy 16.4%, agriculture 17.6%. Okay, the growth rate is 7.6 as compared with previous year. All India secondary sector which is contribution 75 lakhs crores and the growth rate is all India wise 6.6%. As per all India average, the growth rate of Telangana is higher. Okay, yes, in the industry. Yeah, next subsector of the secondary sector contribution, the electricity, gas, water supply and other, the utility services 54%. Sorry, electricity is the 54%, other electricity and water supply this. Construction is 32%, manufacturing is 12%. Manufacture is lower than all. Okay, yes. Yeah, trends and observation. Manufacturing share as declining. They can ask you guys statement wise question. Manufacturing is declining this recent year. Construction utilities are gaining a important. Okay, it indicate the infrastructure expansion and urban growth. Yeah, of course, urban growth, most of the construction and infrastructure took place. Okay, the hotels, restaurants, like housing habitations, like airports, roads. These are comes under infrastructure expansion, where construction is gaining importance. It is reflect the largest development changes, of course. Okay, yeah, because of it is the expansion of infrastructure, buildings and roads and airports, that leads to the business expansion, to out investments are going to attract. Okay, yeah, the secondary sector expanding steadily. This is keyword. This is keyword. The secondary sector expanding steadily. That is actually electricity, water supply and construction. This is all over the secondary sector, guys. Okay. Summary about the secondary sector. Secondary sector contributes 16.4%. Telangana GSVA, the growth rate of 7.6. At the same time, it is dominated by utility services 54%. Manufacturing is 12%. It is losing its share. Manufacturing declining. The keyword is manufacturing is declining, guys. Okay. Yes. MCQs based on secondary sector MCQs. The secondary sector in the Telangana include which one of the following? Crops and livestock is the primary sector, guys. Mining and quarrying also primary sector. The manufacturing, construction, electricity, gas, water supply is comes under secondary sector. IT, financial services are tertiary sector. Okay, yeah. I made basic questions and as well I made a difficulty questions too. What is the estimated gross state value added in the secondary sector of Telangana current prices 2024-2025, which is 2,43,081. Okay, yeah, exactly, which is 16% contribution. What is the contribution of secondary sector in Telangana? That is 16.4, guys. Okay, yeah. Which subsector contribute the highest share in Telangana secondary sector? Electricity, gas, water supply and utilities 54%. Mining is how much? Manufacturing is 12%, mining is 30%. Which subsector share with the secondary sector has been declining? Manufacturing. Manufacturing is only 12%. Okay? Yes. Yeah. Analytical questions. Analytical question, just read, guys. Just read it, which is very, very, very important. Okay? Very important. You can read, guys. Okay? Yeah. Consider the following statement about Telangana secondary sector. It is contribute about 16.4% of state product. Okay, that is okay. And growth rate is 7.6, that is okay. The construction is the largest contribution within the secondary sector. No, not construction. Okay, it is about electricity and utility services. Okay, this is about secondary sector. And match the following sector of Telangana: manufacturing 54%, construction 12%, utility services 33%. No, 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 not at all. Okay, yeah, guys, manufacturing actually 12%, it is declining actually. Construction is 33%, construction is 33%, electricity utility is 53%, electricity utility is 53%. Okay, 54%. Okay, yes. Yeah, assertion and reason. Manufacturing is the fastest growing component of Telangana secondary sector. Fastest growing or declining, guys? It is manufacturing is the fastest growing as component of the Telangana secondary sector. Infrastructure expansion is and urban growth is increasing share of the construction and utilities. Yeah, reason also correct. So it is answer is A false, R is true. Okay, yes, manufacturing is declining, guys. Manufacturing sector is declining. Okay, only 12%. Only 12% it is contributing. This is R is right. Okay, yes. Which of the following best reflect to the trend of the Telangana secondary sector? It is declining in construction, rise in manufacturing. No, it was wrong. Okay, declining construction, guys. Declining construction, actually not rise. Rise in construction, because of urban population growing. Declining utility no, this is absolutely, agriculture is not comes under secondary sector. You have to easily eliminate. Guys, elimination process is the most important if you don't know the answer, because of if it is irrelevant option, you have to be eliminate. Okay, agriculture is irrelevant, so directly you have to eliminate. Declining manufacturing and rise utilities construction. Of course, this is the right answer. Stagnation in all subsector, these are irrelevant. Okay, yes. Okay, yeah, secondary sectors and relevant MCQs also completed. Now tertiary sector. Okay, now tertiary sector. Okay, yeah, we are going to discuss about tertiary sector. Yeah, this is the book. Tertiary sector is which also known as service sector. It is include trade. Okay, repair services, hotels, restaurants, transport and storage, communication, that is services related to the broadcasting, financial services, real estate and ownership of dwelling and professional services, public administration and other services play a crucial role in the Telangana economy. All over these are comes under tertiary sectors. Okay, yeah, economic performance of the tertiary sector, that is advanced estimate of the state, the tertiary sector which is contribute the current prices 9,83,000 crores. Agriculture is 2,56,000. Primary sector is 2,56,000. Okay, yeah. Secondary sector is 2 lakhs. Secondary sector is 2,43,000 crores. But if come to the tertiary sector, 9,83,000. Tertiary sector 9,83,000 crores. So all over 16 lakhs crores. All over 16 lakhs crores. The growth rate is 11.9% growth rate. Okay, yeah, which is contribute to the 66%. The primary sector agriculture 17.63. The secondary sector is industrial and secondary sector, which is contribute 16%, and tertiary sector 66%. Tertiary sector 66%. The growth rate, primary sector growth rate is 5.5, secondary sector growth rate is 7.6, and tertiary sector growth rate is 11.9. This is huge. Guys. Okay, yeah. The same period, the nation gross state value of the tertiary sector in current prices, that is 1 crore 65 lakhs 2,859, which is the growth rate is here in the nation is 10.7. Mean it is Telangana growth rate is higher than India growth rate in the tertiary sector. Okay, Telangana growth rate is 11.9, India growth rate is 10.7% only. Okay, so Telangana growth rate is higher. Here is just look into here, 37% in the tertiary sector is comes under which one? 37%. Real estate ownership dwelling and professional. This is real estate, ownership and dwelling and professional services 37%. After that 27% is what? They can ask you increasing order or decreasing order, the share value of tertiary sector, subsectors in the tertiary sector. They can ask you subsector of the tertiary sector, or they can ask you subsector of the secondary sector, they can ask you subsector of the primary sector, the increasing order or decreasing order of the contribution. This is the question they can make, guys. Okay? Yes. So, this is 37% is the largest share is real estate, ownership dwelling and professional services. 27% is trade, repair, hotel and restaurant. How much? 27%. After that 11.9 is other services, 11.9, and 11.3 who? Transport, communication services and broadcasting is 11.3. After that 7.5 who? 7.5 is the financial services, 4.3 is the public administration. This is important for coming exam, guys. Okay? Yeah, I hope you understand this. Okay? Yes. Yeah, subsectors in the tertiary sector, contribution and growth. Tertiary sector contributing significant state economy progress. It is influences span of various industries such as information technology, real estate, trade finance and education and tourism. Urbanization is Hyderabad is like fuel job creation and allied sectors like logistics and real estate, retail and hospitality. The state capital Hyderabad is emerging a financial hub in South India. Okay, it is key banking for the fitness opportunities, fintech operations like retail and wholesale trade sector and benefit from the city position as a regional commercial center. Yeah, Telangana government actively it is vibrant startup ecosystem through a multi like approach including sensitizing government officials like facilitate seamless procurement opportunities and enabling startups to connect with relevant department smoothly. Additionally, the state tourism policy promotes the growth of the tourism and hospitality sector, further diversifying economy and enhancing the capabilities of Telangana state, guys. This is overall the information which is given in the book. Okay, we are going to sort out a note for it. Okay, this is the note I made. Okay, yeah. Tertiary sectors, the definition also called service sector, which is trade, repair, hotels and restaurant, and transport, storage, communication, broadcasting services, and financial services, real estate, the ownership, dwelling and professional services, public administration, other. Okay, play a role in Telangana economy. It is drive a growth, employment and economic development. Okay, yeah. And the performance 2024-2025 gross state value addition of current prices, which is 9,83,529 crores, and growth rate is 11.9%. The contribution of Telangana gross state value added, which is 66.3 percent, that is the highest among all sector. Okay, all India gross state value is 1 crore 65 lakhs crores. That is only growth rate 10.7%, which is lower than Telangana state average growth. Okay, yeah, Telangana tertiary sector is driving force of the state economy. Of course, state economy which is contribute 66%, more than of national average, which is growth rate 11.7%. Sorry, which is 11.9%. Okay, yeah. And this is subsectors which is contribution trade and repair, hotel, restaurants 27%, transport like communication, broadcasting 11%, financial services 7%, real estate ownership and professional services 43%, public administration 9%, other are 1.3%. This is also you guys should be recognized where the trending going on, the contribution which is decreasing order, increasing order of the tertiary sector of subsectors. Subsectors are contribute towards the tertiary sector, how much there is a order they can ask you guys, okay? Yeah. Yeah, trends and observation about this tertiary sector. The sector which is significantly contributing towards the Telangana economy across industries like information technology, real estate, trade and finance, education, tourism, and urbanization in Hyderabad. This is urbanization which is job creation in logistics and real estate, IT, banking, fintech, hospitality. The Hyderabad, which is national financial startup hub, which is fintech and tech startups and health sector, banking. The real estate and wholesale trade also sectors, it is benefit from the Hyderabad role in a regional commercial center. The state promotes startup ecosystem. It is mentoring, funding and policy support the state. Tourism policy, which is promote the tourism, hospitality and helps attract investments. Guys, like service sector which is mostly depend on 360-degree from other sectors, like government's support is need, technology is need, infrastructure is need, everything is comes under tertiary sector, right? Tertiary sector mainly depend on the state commercial centric, which is the capital of the state. Hyderabad is the main perform for the tertiary sector, the center which is main perform in the tertiary sector, okay? Yeah, urbanization, if the urbanization increase, if the agriculture decrease, like decline trends of the agriculture, these are the indication to the improve of the tertiary sector. This is all over indicate if the tertiary sector is growth, that is indicate to the productivity increase, like state economy increase or else nation economy increase, that is all over depend on urbanization and infrastructure, okay? Yes. Key points. Tertiary sector dominate Telangana economy, contribute 66% gross state value addition. The real estate professional services, it is being the largest subsector, followed by the hospital and hospitality 27%. It is driven mainly by Hyderabad urbanization, IT sector and finance, startup and tourism, okay? Yeah. And the summary, mainly the tertiary sector in the backbone of Telangana economy, which is the growth rate of the tertiary sector 11.9, which is contribute to the 66.3 state addition, okay? Yeah. MCQs based on tertiary sector, which of the following is not part of the tertiary sector? Hotel and trade and restaurant, tertiary sectors, of course. Real estate, financial service, tertiary. Mining and quarrying is not a tertiary. Mining and quarrying is the primary sector, okay? Yes. Yeah. What is the estimated gross state value of the Telangana tertiary sector in current prices? How much? 9,83,529. Okay. The growth rate of Telangana tertiary sector 2024-2025. The growth rate is 11.9, which is below, no, it is above than national average, which is above than national average, okay? Yeah. The percentage of Telangana gross state value does not the tertiary sector contribute, it is does the tertiary sector contribute is 66.3. The subsectors contribute the highest share within the tertiary sector of Telangana. That is how much? Financial sector. Which subsector contribute the highest share in tertiary sector of Telangana? Financial services, trade, hotel, restaurant, real estate ownership, dwelling and professional. Of course, C is the right answer. Okay? Yeah. Analytical and statement wise question. Consider the following statement about Telangana tertiary sector. It contributes more than half of the gross state value addition. Of course, more than half of 66%, 63%. Trade, hotel, restaurant is the largest sector. No. No. It is the growth rate is highest than the national average, of course 11.6, national average 10.1. Okay? Yeah, 1 and 3. Match the following subsector with contribution of Telangana tertiary sector. Real estate and professional services 27. Hotel, trade, restaurant is 43. Financial services 7.5, of course. Transport communication 11. Yeah, this is match the following, guys. A2 real estate professional services 43%, of course. B1 trade and hotels are 27%. C3 financial services are, of course, 7.5. Transport communication is 11.9%. Okay? Yeah. Association and region. Telangana tertiary sector is the main driven in the economy. Of course, that is main process of Telangana economy 63%, which is 9 lakhs crores out of 16 lakhs. The sector contributes 63% of gross state value added, that is supported by Hyderabad IT, real estate and financial services. Of course, exactly R is correct explanation of A. Answer is A. Which of the following is correctly explain the growth drivers of Telangana tertiary sector? That is, of course, agriculture, allied sectors or rural area, is it contribute? No, not at all. Telangana, Hyderabad, urbanization, IT sector, startups and real estate, tourism. This is the right Telangana tertiary sector. The mining, forestry and fisheries, no, not at all. The manufacturing also declining, not at all. Okay? Yeah. Consider the following statement about Telangana tertiary sector. Just look into it. Hyderabad is emerging as IT up, fintech startup. Of course, tourism policies are diversifying the service sector. Of course, the contribution of contribution is lower than the primary sector and second. It is absolutely worthless. Contribution is very high, more than double of the primary and secondary sectors. Okay? Yeah. This is, I made a PDF file for you guys, just a screenshot, very short for the exam point of view. Nearby exam, you just look into this. Guys, I made very best notes, guys. Just take a screenshot. Primary, secondary and tertiary sector and their contribution to the macroeconomic trends. Macroeconomic trends. Second chapter, chapter 2. Okay, this is overall. Before exam, just look into this enough. Okay, I made very beautiful notes, guys. Okay, this is also just what I did teach here, reflecting. Okay, the primary sector, secondary sector, next secondary sector. Just you have to be take a screenshot. Guys. Tertiary sector. Okay. Yeah. Again, I'm going to give you. This is, take a screenshot. Please take a screenshot. Okay. Yeah. Primary sector. Take a screenshot. Okay. These are the contribution of the subsectors in the primary sector. Secondary sector and contribution to the subsector of the secondary sector. Tertiary sector, contribution of the this sector, guys. Okay. Yeah. I hope you guys understand this. If you like it, guys, this is accurate notes. You may not find anywhere. Okay. Yeah. Like you have to follow the Telangana economy. I'm going to give you the best, guys. I hope you understood my classes. Thank you so much. We will going to meet tomorrow session.